Hello and welcome to episode 3 of the Chat Time with Ro podcast. I'm your host, Rochelle J. Chong. If you're new here, I am glad you landed on this conversation and I hope it will be timely for you. And if you're joining us again, thanks for being a part of my community. Today, I will be discussing the power of a positive mindset and how it can transform your growth as a person in and beyond the workplace. If you prefer video, you can check out the uncut version on the Rochelle J. Chong YouTube channel featuring our live stream replay. Let's dive in. I'm going to be bold here and come out and say I'm not alone in this. We've all been there. Stuck in a negative mindset, feeling like we can't change our circumstances. But the truth is, our mindset plays a huge role in how we perceive and react to the world around us. A positive mindset allows us to see the good in every situation and find solutions to problems instead of dwelling on them and being even crippled by them. It helps us to be more resilient and to bounce back a little quicker from setbacks. But how exactly do we develop a positive mindset? It starts with being mindful of our thoughts and actively making the choice to focus on the positive. You might be starting from a different phase in your journey than I am, but I've culminated some steps to get you started. First up in our recommendation here is to practice gratitude through journaling. This can have a profound impact on your overall well-being, but as well it helps you to cultivate an attitude of gratitude and find joy in life's simple pleasures by just taking the time to write them down. Gratitude journaling is important because it helps you shift your focus from what you lack to what you have, and therefore you're promoting and channeling a positive outlook and therefore increasing your overall life satisfaction. If you take the time to sit with yourself in quietness and write down what you're grateful for each day, or maybe it's a weekly thing for you, it can actually improve your mood, reduce stress, and increase your resilience in the face of challenges, but as well give you a plan for the days when you're not feeling as positive, when things aren't going as well, because you can refer back to those. I've referred back to journals that I kept in my university years. I've referred to journals from 2 years ago, from a year ago, a month ago, and they've carried me through the hard days. I suggest you try it. You will see a difference. The second one here is affirmations. So affirmations are a powerful tool for transforming negative self-talk into positive inner dialogue, because it allows you to actively take that step to kind of harness the power of your thoughts to create a life that you don't have to run away from. Positive affirmations can help you almost be that soldier in combat to limit beliefs, and specifically negative beliefs, boost your self-esteem, and improve your overall mental and emotional well-being. Negative self-talk can be a major source of stress and anxiety, because if you're like most people, it's like that little voice on your shoulder, or your culture in your head, or your parents in your head, or some person in high school who said something to you 20 years ago. Those affirmations that you do that are positive and you can replace them with the constant voices, those actually provide a way to counteract those harmful thoughts and replace them with long-lasting positive ones. This third one might make you a little uncomfortable, but it requires your direct action. But it is making the choice to surround yourself with positive people and limit your time with negative influences. This is a crucial step towards a happier and more fulfilling life, because the people you surround yourself with, we've heard this, our parents have told us this, we've seen it. It does have a significant impact on your outlook and your well-being. Surrounding yourself with positive people and limiting your time with negative influences, it does help you, because negative people can be draining and stressful, whereas positive people usually take active steps to uplift and inspire you, even just by watching them and observing them. By choosing to surround yourself with positive influences, you can create a supportive environment and eventually become that supportive environment for others as well. Because by attaching or spending time with more positive people, hopefully they will rub off on you, and you in turn will experience that growth and happiness just from being in their presence. Number 4 here is around mindfulness. So mindfulness practices such as meditation or yoga, basically a space and time to be in the quiet, provides a means of quieting the mind and reducing stress, because you're not just plugged into what's going wrong, what's the next thing on the to-do list. It actually improves your overall mental and physical well-being, because you're finding a way to quiet the mind. And with regular practice, mindfulness can help improve mental and physical health. And it doesn't have to be yoga. Like my version of mindfulness sometimes is just to get my coloring book and just color. Sometimes there's purple trees, sometimes there's pink grass, but it's that time where I don't have to be checking my phone. I don't have to be responding to anyone. I'm not just scrolling, and it's that time with just me and my thoughts, or me and my Bible. And that mindfulness, whatever your practice is that time to kind of check out of any kind of negative things around you and lock into, maybe even that's the time that you use to do your gratitude journaling, for example. Number 5, and last but not least, in terms of the tips, are to set positive intentions each day. This is basically to remind yourself of them in a simple yet effective way, which helps you stay focused and motivated, because it helps almost like create the word is compass, where you have a clear sense of purpose and direction in your life. Setting positive intentions doesn't have to be something that's grandiose as well. It can be simple things. Some of mine are like, I have to finish this course, or I want to drink more water, or I want to work out at least once a week. It's just simple things where you're setting a goal, you're putting some time in around it, and this helps you stay focused and on track as you move toward that goal. By regularly reviewing and reinforcing these positive intentions, you basically maintain a positive outlook, because you're celebrating the small wins and you're staying motivated to achieve and most times even exceed your desired outcomes. Let's switch gears here, or I guess it's not switching gears, but more of an add-on. Let's talk about the benefits of having a positive mindset and attitude in a workplace. If you're leading a team, if you're working on a team, a positive attitude can help you create and contribute to a positive and productive work environment, and that eventually leads to better results. For example, if you're a project manager, you're responsible for leading a team, or if you're a finance manager, you're ensuring the successful completion of whatever's on your desk. Those kind of things can be challenging, especially if you're dealing with numbers, and it can be demanding. It's all too easy and comfortable to get caught up in that stress and contribute to the negativity that sometimes can come attached with it. But having a positive mindset and sometimes being the positive voice in the room can actually make all the difference, especially as quiet leaders. It allows you to look past the current situation to see the good, even when everything's on fire, even when things are red, because you're focused on finding solutions to problems instead of just dwelling. We talked about that earlier in the segment, where instead of allowing problems to cripple you, a positive mindset gives you that kind of toolkit where you can then go find a solution, bring it back to the team, or get the team inspired enough to contribute to that shift in mentality. It helps you as well to be more resilient, and as a team, not just you, bounce back from setbacks more quickly when there's positive attitude being cultivated on that team. How can you as a leader develop and cultivate a positive mindset with or without a title? These few tips I'm confident can help, but they will require action from you. The first one is to lead by example. A positive attitude is contagious. Not a word we want to use in these times, but when you lead by example, it sets the tone for the rest of your team. Your team members are more likely to adopt a positive mindset when they see that you're doing the same. People don't want to follow someone who's not actually doing the thing they're asking you to do. The second one here is to encourage positivity. Make a conscious effort, which sometimes can end up taking a bit more time, but make a conscious effort to encourage positivity amongst your team. Recognize and celebrate success. Focus on solutions instead of allowing the team maybe to go down a long road of focusing on the problem and eventually their fingers being pointed. That's where you come in as a leader and leading into this next one, which is to communicate effectively. A positive mindset helps you to communicate effectively because you're able to stay calm, focused, and convey your message clearly, which helps to build trust within your team, especially if you're not allowing them to point fingers at each other or to something else outside of the problem, but to actually work together and build a solution. That takes leadership, and someone with a positive mindset can definitely be at the helm of that. I can already hear you showing me out of the room with this one, which is to read books on positive mindset. But before I go further, a lot of these books I'm going to recommend, they can actually be accessed by audiobook if you're someone who wants to put them on your phone, if you want to listen to them in the car. If you're someone who prefers to read those books, you can get them at the library, you can purchase them. So there's many different ways to access these great book recommendations, starting with The Power of a Positive Thinking. So this is by Norman Vincent Peale. Definite recommendation because of its key message that changing one's thought and outlook, it is possible to overcome obstacles and increase happiness and improve your overall well-being. And he talks about the power of faith, optimism, and visualization, which helps you achieve your personal and professional success. So definite must read. The second recommendation here is The Happiness Advantage by Sean Acor. This one, the key message is that happiness is a skill, and so therefore you can develop it, and that a positive outlook, just like all the others throughout this recommendation, can lead to greater success and fulfillment. The Miracle Morning is for us early risers, or aspire to be. The Miracle Morning by Hal Elrod. This book proposes that waking up early, adopting a daily routine, this can actually be integrated into your day, so that way it can improve your physical and mental well-being, increase your productivity, and achieve greater success by just starting your day off right and dedicating that time at the start of the day to personal growth, which can have a transformative impact. The fourth recommendation here is The Art of Possibility, and this one is by Rosamund Stone Zander and Benjamin Zander, and this key message offers the fact that limitations are largely self-imposed, and that by embracing a new way of thinking, you can actually achieve greater success and unlock lots of infinite possibilities for your life. And the fifth but not last, and in no way less impactful, is The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey. This one is around the fact that personal effectiveness is the result of intentional habits and practices, and that by embracing these habits you can actually improve your relationships and lead a more fulfilling life. And so I think this one is really great and a classic, because it gives you these in 7 principles which touch on personal and professional effectiveness. This last one here, I think, kind of wraps it up in a nice way, because it talks about promoting a sense of community. Because when you lead with a positive mindset, you indirectly and sometimes directly, depending on how you approach it, you're likely to create a team that wants to collaborate and wants to help each other. And so that sense of community does lead to better results. As you can see from the steps here in terms of developing a positive mindset to help you in the workplace, by shifting your mindset from focusing on problems, you actually contribute to your team's success. It shifts how you think about work, because you start seeing it as a means for personal growth and development, but not just a daily task. With a positive mindset, you're able to see the good in every situation, but takes you a step further, which is to find solutions to problems. And in doing so, you achieve the ultimate result, which is to actually inspire other team members to do the same. This leads overall to increased productivity, better results, and a more enjoyable work experience for everybody. So if you're looking for a positive mindset, and I guess the tips to grow around that, this podcast is for you. Save it, listen to it again, but then don't stop there. Try to actually implement some of these tips. Maybe you come from a culture, or maybe you come from the observation where maybe you didn't know that positivity even belonged in the workplace. I hope this helps you. Go out there and implement some of these steps. And thank you so much for tuning in. I do hope that you did find this chat helpful. Please join in the conversation by dropping me a note wherever you see this podcast, and actually implement some of these steps into your personal journey in adopting a positive mindset. Feel free to share me any quick wins of how it has transformed your life, and you can send those via questions or comments to rochelejchong@gmail.com. Don't forget to subscribe and share to someone you think would find this message helpful. Thank you so much for tuning in, and have a fantastic day.